Once in Royal David City stood a lowly cattle shed, where a mother laid her baby in a manger for his bed. Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ, her little child. And Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ, her little child. With the poor and mean and lowly lived on earth, our Savior holy. With the poor and mean and lowly lived on earth, our Savior holy. And he cares when we are sad, and he shares when we are glad, and he cares when we are sad, and he shares when we are glad.
Finished the last pair of socks that I had planned to make for Christmas using Chromatic Yarns, based on the colorway Poison Resistance, based on this concept of being poison resistant. So they are socks of poison resistance. Really cool. I cast on the second sock yesterday, and it turns out when you just knit only one thing, you can, especially if it's a DK weight sock, you can finish it pretty quickly. I have tagged these as the bear paw pattern, but I didn't quite follow the pattern. If you've been following along, maybe you're new here. I have been making the DRK everyday sock pattern adjusted for DK weight, and recently Andrea Mowry, it's by Andrea Mowry, recently she released a DK weight version, but her DK weight version is on US size 4 needles, which I think is 3.5, and I've been knitting on 3mm needles, so I didn't change the pattern. This is for a woman's size 8 shoe, US size 8 shoe. So I'm probably just gonna keep doing my modified method. I may try on 4mm needles and her pattern for myself, but I didn't want to experiment with socks that are a gift. So these socks are a gift. I am done with sock knitting for the holidays, at least for the adults. I do want to make a pair. Andrea's pattern does have children's size, and so I do want to make a pair for my granddaughter, I think. Not out of this, I think I have enough of the color I made for her mother. So they will have matching socks for a little while Julie is that size. But I also bought this pattern to make feet teeth sock by Summer Lee, to make socks for Julie, because this is also children's sizes. So I'm thinking about that. I also got this yarn from Clinton Hill Cashmere. This is Clinton Hill Cashmere super bulky yarn that I got to make this pattern. She'll give you the pattern if you buy the yarn. It's a headband, and I made it before. I made it 2 years ago, and I know I can get 2 of them out of this skein. So this, I'm making this headband for my hairdresser, and I'm seeing her on Saturday. It's Wednesday, no, it's Thursday. So this will get cast on today. It's Thursday morning, December 8th. It is, I got this a couple days ago, but I just wanted to get through the socks and get those done before I cast on anything new. So I'm gonna bang these out, at least one of them. The other one, the second one, I'll probably gift to somebody that I'll be spending Christmas with. So I have couple more weeks to get that done. But as I recall, I can make this in one evening because it's on really big needles, US size 17 needles, and it should go really quickly. I also wanted to share with you another gift that I want to make for Christmas. This is a Fat Squirrel bag, some otters and such. In here, I have some Ching Fiber Classic DK. I have 2 skeins, and this is some old stash. I think I got it in, it's the colorway Panda. I think I got it in 2020, and I am gonna make the anchor sweater for my granddaughter by Petite Knits, because I realized I made her one earlier this year, a couple months ago, for her birthday. Her birthday's in October, and I realized that this is the last time I'll be able to make her a sweater out of just 2 skeins. So because she's growing, and when she gets a little bit bigger, it's gonna have to be 3 skeins. So I was like, okay, I just have 2 skeins of this in my stash. Let me get going on making her a sweater out of it. So this is another one of her Christmas gifts. So I'm also gonna be casting this on. I think I'm gonna do the Superband first, and then this, and then I'll work on socks for her. So the socks will be nice to have, not a must-have. I also wanted to show you some yarn that I got from my stash for DK weight socks. I'm hoping to cast these on in the month of December leading up to Christmas, because this is a Christmas colorway. It is gingerbread. So this is by Mustache Yarns. She's an indie dyer out of Texas. I'm not sure which city, Dallas maybe. But this is 2 50-gram skeins that each will make a pair of socks, and it's DK weight. She doesn't do DK weight too often, but these are like, this is such a splurge, because the DK weight self-striping yarn is about $10 more than, $10 US more than a skein of, indie dyed speckled DK weight yarn. So these are very luxurious socks. These will probably be for me. I have talked about doing self-striping. I bought a Halloween color also from Mustache that I have not yet. It is caked, but I have not yet cast it on. But I think I'm going to do this pair first and then do the other pair later. So, and if I have time, I might make more DK weight socks for a couple other family members, because I made I made 5 pairs for my sons and their partners. So I have one son who's unpartnered. So this was the last one that I had to make. So yeah, that's a quick little midweek knitting update. December 9th. I just did my Advents, and I wanted to share this with you. I have an FO. Yay! This is the headband, the Superband from Clinton Hill Cashmere. So yeah, this is going to be gifted to my hairdresser. But wait, I have a second one. So it turns out these knit up so fast. I actually knit this one halfway. Oh, there's so much cat hair. I knit this one halfway up and then ripped it back because it was too wide. I think my gauge was just off from what the pattern called for. And then this one, I did the same. I knit and then I realized that I was gonna run out of yarn. So this one is 1 stitch narrower than this one. But I think it's still fine. It's still plenty wide for a headband to keep your ears warm in the winter. So yeah, quick, easy gift. I have to remember this. Oh my goodness. Hi, it's December 9th. Today I'm working remotely, but we're having a whole bunch of interviews, not a whole bunch, but a handful of interviews. I have a couple meetings on either side of those interviews. We're interviewing people for a part-time position. Yeah, should be fine. I just wanted to show you quickly like what I do when I need to be on Zoom. I have pretty much given up wearing most eye makeup because as I'm aging, my skin is more sensitive around my eyes, but I do put it on when I go to work and also when I podcast. But I have been using, I think hopefully it's not in reverse for you, Jones Road, what do they call them? Some sort of pencil, face pencils. And I have a couple different shades that work really well. So I get really dark under eye coloring, so I cover that up. And then I also use this Jones Road blush. So it's like a blush, just like dot it on and blend it in. And then last I finish with a Jones Road bronzer. Let me show you. My favorite is actually a little one. I can't open it with one hand. 1 minute. This one called Magic Hour. I really like it. So I just dot that on here and a little bit there and up there. And it's sort of, it adds color and a little bit of a glow. And for my lashes, because I'm menopause and what happens is your lashes start to thin out, I've been using this for 1 month. It's called MD Hair Lash Serum. And I really like it. Like I really think it makes my eyelashes look a little darker, which is good for me because my eyelashes are quite pale. and it also makes them a little thicker. So it's been 1 month. It's supposed to be, this tube is a 3-month treatment, and after 3 months you're really supposed to see a big difference, so we'll see. But that is basically all I do. I'll put on lipstick, but also I have a filter on Zoom that gives me lipstick, so yeah, that's nice.
The lamp is burning low upon my tabletop. The snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you. The smoke is rising in the shadows.
Good morning. I am going to get my hair cut, so I haven't dried it. I'm fresh out of the shower, put some makeup on, and heading out to do that. It's Saturday morning, December 10th, and yeah, I'm stressing a little. It's December crunch time. I feel like I have so much to do. I really need to vacuum everything, the whole house. I'm gonna do it today or tomorrow, and then I'll do it just the day before everyone arrives. Some family are coming on the 21st of December, and I think my one son and his partner will come on the 23rd, and I don't know when my other guy's coming. He may arrive on the 21st as well to be here to hang out with cousins a little earlier. We'll see. I'll keep you updated on that. I wanted to just share a couple other things with you. Hold on. I'm going to flip the camera around. I wrapped the present for my hairdresser. It is so cute. This is totally recycling here. This is a box from one of my advents from last year, and I saved a bunch of them because they were so cute and so pretty, and I just thought they'd make good gift boxes. And this beautiful silk ribbon is from Tammy of Wing and a Prayer. It came with my solstice countdown calendar, and it's indigo dyed. It is so gorgeous. So I just thought that would make such a cute gift for my hairdresser. Also, I wanted to just show you a situation over in my tower over there. I don't know if you can see that mess right there. That is all the gifts. This is the gift dumping ground. All the gifts I have gotten. Cat tree, of course, right there, and my RoboVac right there. But yeah, this is the situation right now. I need to do some gift wrapping. We don't have the tree in the main house yet. I think that's coming either tonight or tomorrow. But wow, I have a lot to do. I have a lot to wrap. I want to start wrapping. I need to get organized and figure out what I'm still missing in terms of stocking stuffers. I think I'm probably okay, but my biggest concern is my son and his wife, my daughter-in-law, and their daughter. Is that I have to ship those gifts next week, or I drive up there with them. I'm not sure which I'll be doing. I don't think I'm gonna go, but you never know. But anyway, regardless, needs to be ready to ship next week, so I need to make sure I have everything, and that they're gonna make it on time. More about that later. I'm probably gonna do my knitting update later today, although everything will post tomorrow because my hair is gonna look amazing, and I've done my full face makeup, so so that is the situation over here. I wanted to do baking too because I just wanted to prep and freeze some cookies and stuff for when everyone's here. I don't know if I'm going to get to that this weekend. We'll see. Not sure. And if you're new here, this is a room off of my bedroom. That's a tower from the outside, so it's a round room, half round room, And it's never been finished. It's unfinished, so which is why you see all the silver paper and stuff and insulation. But I just use it for storage and working out and yeah. Oh, one other thing I need to tell you. Hold on, I'm gonna flip the camera around. You may not know this is in the tower room too. You may not know if you're new, but I've talked about this in the past, like long past. I have metalworking skills, jewelry skills, and this is my jeweler's bench. It's a mess because I just kind of start projects and leave everything out. I don't know, my creative mind works better when things are messy like this. Like, I like to be able to see everything, see the components. I have a whole bunch more components and things here, and then notes and stuff on the board. So I don't make much jewelry anymore. I used to teach jewelry making at the university where I work. I did that for about 15 years, and then they closed the program. So since then I haven't really made too many things, but one of my nieces has requested a ring. So I think I dug through my supplies last night and I found a piece of silver bar that I think is enough to make a ring her size. I think she's like a size 7 or 8. Generally, like, I know she's bigger than me and my fingers are 6, 7, 8. So I think if I do 7, 8, 9, I think I'll be in there. Like, this will be a 7 for her. This will be 8. This will be a 9. So I think this will end up being like a 7. I can always stretch it if need be. So I think I'm going to make her a plain band and then set some stones, kind of like this ring. It'll be flat though. This one's a cast ring and it's missing a stone that I need to repair. So maybe I'll do that too. So you might see that later. I have, in terms of stones, I've got a ton of baby stones. Like, these are sapphires. I also have some diamonds and emeralds and I don't think I have rubies, but anyway, they're all like in those things there. Here's the thing about jewelry making. Tools are small and it's very easy. This is basically everything aside from that cabinet there. But yeah, this is like super, super messy. Just to give you an idea of where that is in the tower. There's an extra litter box for one of my cats, or for my cat. And yeah, that's the gift stuff and then my workout gear. And then behind me is a big workbench with crap all over it. More gifts. Again, I work best in a mess. So like, my creative mind functions best in a total mess. So there is some organization, some semblance of organization here. Yeah, and then my bedroom's back that way. I haven't made my bed. It's very early in the morning. I need to hightail it up to, I don't even know where I'm going for this. But yeah, that's the full picture. There's my weight bench. And some storage behind there. The idea was that where that slanted beam is, that was going to be a cabinet and a cupboard that I'd be able to put stuff in. And then you can see around the room, there's sheetrock. Behind those papers is sheetrock, and there's more sheetrock there. And it was supposed to get finished right after we moved in, but we've lived here 10 years and nothing's happened. So I don't think it's going to get finished until I move out. But yeah, that is the situation here. So I will, going back to the jewelry, I will maybe show you, if I work on that this weekend, I will show you some of that process. And yeah, you'll see that. This got way longer than I meant it to be. So anyway, I need to get going. Yeah, I just wanted to say too, the reason I'm up so early is because I go to a hairdresser who is about 45 minutes away from my house. The story with that is that I've been seeing the same hairdresser, the same guy, for as old as my youngest biological son. So he's 28. So I've been seeing the same person for 28 years. And then he 6 months ago moved to Pittsburgh, which is too far to keep seeing him. And he actually took a job and closed his business and all of that. But the person who bought his business, this woman who is adorable and amazing, and she was at my son's wedding, she bought his business. She was a hairdresser in his store, and now I'm going to see her. So that hence the pink, the pretty pink and blue package and all of that. Yeah, and the ride is really gorgeous. I'm driving through my neighborhood right now, or near my neighborhood, town nearby, and but I go over the Hudson River through one of the state parks, New York state parks. I go over to New York for this, and yeah, it should be pretty. I'll see if I can grab any footage of the trip, and maybe a little footage of the salon.
My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page. The words of love you send me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you. The fire is dying now, my lamp is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. The morning light steals across my window panes, where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would.
How are you? Oh, by the way, it is now afternoon on Saturday the 10th, and I'm back from my hair appointment, changed my clothes, and I got a screwdriver. I had lunch late, so I was like, you know what? Yeah. Cheers. Okay, so I'm going to have a real quick chat with you about the things that I need to do. Isn't the light is so beautiful right now coming in through the window. I love this time of year. The light around the equinoxes and the solstice is just so beautiful in this region where I live. It's probably slightly different depending on where you are around the globe. Like, so if you're closer to the equator, you may not notice as big a difference in the light tones, but yeah, it's so pretty. I hope you enjoyed the footage from my drive. I didn't film inside the salon at all, except I did take a picture of Bella, my hairdresser, wearing the Superband, and she was so delighted with it. Of course, it's what's not to love. It's 100% cashmere and gorgeous. And sorry, I just kicked that. So I have a lot to do today, as I had told you before. So I'm going to just give you a quick update on my knitting. So you saw earlier in the, pretty sure you saw earlier, I think I filmed a clip earlier of the finished socks that I had, the last pair that I was making for my 5 adult children, and I have 3, 2 are partnered, so my 3 kids and their partners. Yeah, so that finished, and all I've been doing since then, let me try not to kick the camera, is the Saucy Surrey bomber jacket that I am making for my daughter-in-law. And I pretty much decided this morning that I think I'm going to give up trying to give this to her for Christmas. And instead, her birthday is about a little over 2 weeks. It's in early January, so a little over 2 weeks past Christmas. And I think it's just going to be less pressure on me to just plan on giving this to her for her birthday, which was what I originally thought. And then I had cleared my needles and was able to cast it on earlier than I thought I was going to be able to do that. So that will clear my needles. Now for other quick knits like, well, I'll tell you about those in a sec. So let me just show you how far I got. I am almost done with one sleeve. I'm working on the rib cuff. I have about 4 inches of a 6-inch rib cuff. It's 6 inches, and then you fold it over just like the waistband. It gets folded over, so you get basically like a double cuff curled over. So yeah, I will finish this and then do the 3-needle bind off on the inside, and then do the second sleeve. And you can see how short they are because it is a dropped shoulder. So it was, I think it's all of like 14 inches. What's left after the sleeves is then the collar, which is like a baseball collar. So it's higher in the back than it is in the front, and then also setting the zipper. And then I also need to finish stitching down these tabs that are at the bottom of the sweater. So I just haven't done that yet. I think I'm going to set the zipper first and then stitch those down. So I just think I'll be able to do a cleaner finish of that tab. So yeah, so putting this off until, because basically, like, if I was planning to give this to her for Christmas, I would have to have it done by next weekend, which is doable, but it would mean it's all I knit on and everything else gets sidelined. Like, so this week I did not knit one stitch on the Funfetti since I last talked to you, and I did not stitch one stitch on the Ward. Both of those just sat on the side. And I'm also like, this just ties up my needles from all the quick little knits that I wanted to do for Julie. So I wanted to make her socks, and I also wanted to make her a sweater, and I should be able to crank out the sweater no problem because it's DK weight and all that. So yeah, so I will continue to work on this, and maybe I'll surprise myself and get it done by this weekend. But I did already order a present for my daughter-in-law to give to her for, so I basically just swapped what I was planning to give to her for her birthday with what I was planning with the Christmas gift. So Christmas becomes birthday, birthday becomes Christmas, so all good. And that way, yeah, I can just chill a little bit, because it is quite, like, I don't know about you, but I am not a monogamous knitter, and it's super hard for me to concentrate and stay on the same knit. And what happens to me when I do try to do that, if I get to a point where I'm tired of the knit, I just put it down and I'm not knitting anything, and then I'm just scrolling on my phone or, you know, whatever, doing dumb things that aren't knitting. So I think it's better for me to just do this at my own pace, and basically I have a whole another month now to get it done, which is perfect. I should have it done no problem. I'll probably finish it fast. Like, I mean, now that I've told myself I don't have to get it done, I'm probably going to finish it quicker. And the reason I have to finish it by this coming weekend is because I need to get the packages in the mail to them for Christmas, for them to get them in time for Christmas. So it is what it is, and it's totally fine. She'll be fine getting it. She doesn't know it's coming unless she's watched this Vlogmas and didn't and ignored my warning. So it'll be a, you know, hopefully a complete surprise. And in the meantime, I can go ahead and knit other quick knit gifts aside, along the side, continuing to work on this, because this is so close to being done. I can taste it, but I really am in the same boat with the cuffs as I was with the waistband, and that I really have to do that 3-needle bind off during the day with this black yarn. This black yarn, even during doing the 3-needle bind off during the day, because this is such a significant amount of black, it was really challenging to see the stitches. So I need to make sure that I can see those. So if I can finish this knitting this cuff tonight, I'll be able to bind it off tomorrow morning, and then, you know, in the meanwhile, start working on the other sleeve and such. So yeah, so that is the status of this. And next time I do one of these sit downs to update you on my knitting, I will have this on Martha so you can see at whatever state it's in, so you can see the way it looks, because I think it's probably nice to see it on a model. And she's a great model. Yeah, but I really, really love it. Just to recap the yarn and such, it is Ching Fiber Melted Baby Surrey, which is like a DK weight Surrey merino silk blend. And this colorway is called Black Hair, like a rabbit hair. And the fingering weight that I'm using is by Frost Yarns. It is reverse or black reverse speckle. It's really pretty. It's like got neon speckles in it. But I think it really looks so nice with the Surrey. So it's a really great match. So that is basically all I've been working on, aside from I finished those socks, the last pair of socks. This morning I sat down to cast on the anchor sweater for my granddaughter, Julie. I'm making the size 2 to 3 for her. And this is going to be one of her Christmas gifts. I sat down to cast it on. I do long tail cast on, and I was short a little bit of yarn, and I know there's a method for it, but it wasn't that important because it was only, I think you only cast on a little over 60 stitches for the size I'm making. And so I didn't have time to get the cast on done before I went to the hair salon. So I just left it. And I actually didn't knit at all while I was there because, I was so busy talking, and that was another reason why I didn't film anything in there. The salon's super cute. And the drive is so pretty, like I said, and this time of year is so beautiful. The other things, like I said, I'm going to make a baby pair of 2-year-old socks in DK weight yarn, and I think I might do the Feet Monster socks. I'll have to see how it goes. And then I may try to squeeze in another pair of adult socks for one of my nephews, because I love giving him, he's very knit worthy, I love giving him hand knit things. I just have to check out my stash and see what I have that might be suitable. I think I have a couple ideas. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with knitting. And I already went over what I'm going to do today. Anyway, I have a lot to do, and you will see that. And I may not be back on with a face-to-face video like this until my next video. So I will say, have a great week. Situation with I finished over here. Those are all the stocking stuffers for my family. Stuffs our stockings. We each put a few gifts in everybody's presents, or everyone's stockings. Like just a couple, usually like little cool snacks or different things that we know that are specific to a person that particularly likes something. So there are I was figuring it out. There are 13 of us this year. Actually, no, 14 people in the house this year. So yeah, it's a lot of, I spent a lot on stocking stuffers. So that's that situation. There's also a bag there for the first bag that's right in front. That's for my son who lives in Maine, his wife, my daughter-in-law, and my granddaughter, and their cat. I have a couple little cat toys for their cat. And then presents-wise, my goal was to just put things in boxes. So I did a pretty good job of that. Ignore this stuff. These are some of my workout gear. I don't have any box for this. This is for Julie, and I don't have anything for that. That's for my son Julian, her dad. So I just don't have a big enough box. I might just wrap them as they are. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, so, and then I took out my wrapping paper have a ton of it. There's one more thing I need to just put in a box that I kind of figured out it would fit in there. And then I also have over here, I bought a feeder, a vault that for the chicken food for my brother-in-law. So I'm going to just put that under the tree with a tag on it on Christmas Eve, because I don't think I can wrap it. And then the box on top is just a box full of bubble wrap and brown packing paper and stuff that I usually use the brown packing paper that comes all year for my Santa gifts that are over there, just so to kind of make them seem unique and special. Yeah, so that is about it. I am not going to wrap today because it's getting into evening, and I did get some vacuuming done, as you may have seen. Yeah, and I have some more bubble wrap and brown paper that needs to go in the box over there. So I'm just going to organize that. I didn't get to the ring today, but maybe I can do that tomorrow. We'll see. Over there in that mess. I should say, like, I did say before that that it feeds my creativity to have, like, to be able to see everything, to have everything out and have it appear messy, but it's, you know, in a ordered mess for me. But I don't like to see it. Like, I wouldn't want to see that date. Like, I wouldn't want to sit on my couch and stare at a mess like that. So the rest of my house is very neat as a pin. Very sparsely decorated, right? Except for the cat toys that are all over the place. They kind of drive me crazy, I have to admit, but he loves them. Look at him, he's such a cutie.